In October 2014, the Nichi Bei Foundation launched the Nikkei Angel Island Pilgrimage as a way to get the community reconnected to the nearly forgotten legacy on the island. We did this in partnership with the Angel Island Immigration Station Foundation and the National Japanese American Historical Society. It was perhaps the largest Japanese American community pilgrimage to the island, with some 650 pilgrims from the Bay Area, Sacramento, Los Angeles, Seattle, and even Japan. Approximately 85,000 Japanese immigrants arrived in San Francisco between 1910 and 1940, the second largest group after the Chinese. Some were questioned on board ship, and many were detained on the island. The immigration station may have been lost forever had it not been for the California State Parks employee Alexander Weiss, San Francisco State University professor George Araki, and photographer Mak Takahashi, who helped to capture the immigrant saga through his lens. They were honored at the first pilgrimage in 2014. In 2015, we honored Christopher Chow and the late Paul Chow of the Angel Island Immigration Station Historical Advisory Committee. Their activism helped to preserve the immigration station barracks. In 2016, we honored San Francisco State University professor Charles Egan, as well as the Hokoda family. Dr. Egan translated poems about Angel Island, which were published in the Nichi Bei Shimbun, and the Hokoda family members are descendants of the writer of the oldest known writing in the immigration station barracks from 1912. And in 2018, we honored Grant Dinh for his role in uncovering the history of the Japanese experience on the island. Volunteers from the California Genealogical Society helped literally hundreds of people to reunite with their ancestral stories through family history consultations at the pilgrimages. During World War II, the former Angel Island Immigration Barracks housed enemy aliens, immigrants from Japan, Germany, and Italy. These included Buddhist and Shinto ministers, journalists, community leaders, and others deemed dangerous because of their ties to Japan. Close to 600 immigrants from Hawaii and around 100 from around the Pacific coast were arrested and eventually brought to Angel Island under the control of the Army. After detention on the island for up to a few weeks, these men were sent to U.S. Army and Department of Justice camps across the country. Some were allowed to rejoin their families in War Relocation Authority camps like Poston, Jerome, and Tule Lake. At least 400 Japanese POWs were also imprisoned on Angel Island during World War II, in the same barracks as the enemy aliens. The first Japanese captured at Pearl Harbor was Kazuo Sakamaki. He was imprisoned on Angel Island before being sent to other locations on the mainland. He later became president of Toyota's Brazilian subsidiary. Through 4 Nikkei Angel Island pilgrimages, we now have reconnected more than 1,700 individuals to this nearly forgotten legacy, helping them rediscover their Nikkei roots and honoring their immigrant ancestors. And now we have a short video of our first and historic Nikkei Angel Island pilgrimage.
I'm Grant Dinh. I'm Community Relations Director for the Angel Island Immigration Station Foundation. It's always nice every year to just talk to the people who didn't know they had an Angel Island connection or even didn't know anything about their immigrant ancestors. And so when they come here, I always get rave reviews about the genealogies because they can find things about their families that they didn't know, and also just about they didn't realize the Angel Island connection. So we have some displays up, including about the World War II experiences, and coincidentally, the two people who had ancestors who were detained here during the war were in the same place at the same time, so we made sure we got a picture of them. But one of them is Mark Shiginaga, whose grandfather and granduncle were detained here briefly and then sent off to Lawrenceburg, New Mexico, Santa Fe, places like that. Another is a woman, Esther Matsumoto, who's, I know her niece, and Esther's father was detained here and then sent other places as well. But because I know her niece, I did some research on his story, and really interesting things in the file, including a letter from Esther's sister saying she was 13. My name is Grace, I'm 13. Please don't deport my father. Don't send him back to Japan. Because a lot of the times people arrested by the FBI, Department of Justice camps, initially said, I want to be repatriated because you're treating me this way, right? And then over time, the family said, no, we want to stay, just like a lot of the repatriated families. And so they rescinded their request, and she wrote a letter saying, please listen to my father. He really wants to stay here, and we all want to stay here. Her letter was in the file in the National Archives in College Park, Maryland, which our researcher had found for us. And so Grace was trying to come here once, and she fell, unfortunately, so she couldn't make it. Esther's still trying to get Grace out here to come to where their father was detained. So when you have stories like that, it's really exciting just to see them